Hi, I'm Alyson Connolly, and you are listening to Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam. And we are coming to you this morning live from the Wall Coffee Roasters in the heart of beautiful downtown Atchison. That's right. So, if you hear some noise in the background, coffee machines whirring, people talking, kids.
I don't think there's
no
any kids today.
But if there were kids screaming, then, because we're live in the coffee shop, Jennifer.
We are.
We're live.
I know.
We're here live. We're not, well, when you hear us, we're not live
So
anymore.
really, are we live?
Well, we're live, but you're not listening to us live.
That's right.
Let's
clarify
radio
that.
Show,
you know what? We talked about the radio show.
I know, we should have a radio show. I don't think there's a station that would... They don't do that anymore.
No, we have
radio.
to do our own radio.
They do.
But we don't want to be on any of the...
No.
You know what? We're not even going to
No,
go
we're
down
not doing a radio show, because then we
not.
have to say the things they want us to say.
Right.
And I don't really want to. So anyway, I'm very excited about today. And we need to tell everybody that we are able to do this because of Wing Snob Canada.
Yes, where the wings are fresh, never frozen, with 16 different flavors, 4 rubs.
That's right. And they have cornbread and parm fries and all kinds of other stuff. And they have 10 locations. 8 in Edmonton, 1 in Grand Prairie, 1 in Calgary.
Yes.
I don't know why I always point, because nobody can see.
I know, nobody can see
but I'm
because it's an
pointing to
audio
Calgary,
podcast.
And I'm pointing to Grand Prairie.
You know what?
Why?
When I was in, yet again, Fort McMurray this weekend.
You were there.
I was. I really had wished there was a wing snob.
Yeah.
But there wasn't.
I know, everywhere you go, you wish there was.
I know.
Mike Chatty should open a wing snob in Fort McMurray.
Listen, Mike, if you're listening.
Mike, I was with you yesterday, and today again I'm telling you, open in Fort Mac.
Be a hit.
Yeah, anyway, you got to check out Wing Snob. Great wings. If you don't know what to have for dinner tonight, go to Wing Snob, get wings, get cornbread, get parm fries, and you can get the bone in or the bone out. What do they call those?
Well, the traditional.
Traditional
yes.
is the bone in. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Traditional is bone in, and then the no bone, and then that's not traditional. That's untraditional or not traditional.
I think it's just called boneless.
Boneless. Okay. Okay, you want to get technical about it. Okay, we're called boneless. All right, there we go. And you can find them at www.wingsnob.ca. And so check that out. We weren't going to talk about the weather, but I'm going to mention it briefly because we've had so much rain in the city of Edmonton. The animals are walking in twos, and they're heading to the Ark because that's how much rain we had.
The poor infrastructure.
I know. It's crazy.
It is. Yeah.
They've had geysers literally in the middle of Walmart.
Everywhere.
Roll back prices.
Cam, how's your basement?
No, mine's
Knock on
fine.
wood?
I listen for my sump pump.
I know. That poor sump pump has been going nonstop.
Yeah. If that sump pump stops,
you're done.
We're swimming.
Yeah.
I got an indoor pool. But anyway, I'm just saying, so we broke all rain records for Alberta.
Yes, I heard that.
I know. We weren't going to talk about this.
But how can you not?
I know. I'm getting tired of rain, though. I'm just tired.
Everybody's tired.
I'm moving.
Well, where are you going?
I don't know, because anywhere you move, there's going to be a problem.
I know.
Some places it'll be earthquakes, tornadoes, floods.
You can't escape the weather, Cam.
Fires, locusts. It's kind of apocalyptic, is what it is.
Hey, let's not depress our listeners.
No, let's not.
No.
Because they're probably somewhere where it's really nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where in this world it's like that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm very excited about today.
Me too.
I'm so excited about today because we have had this guest's husband on our podcast.
We have.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Yes, and that's what excites me. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
Which is very exciting.
But this guest today is a force to be reckoned with herself.
Yes.
And I have been waiting a long time to have her on.
I know you have. You've talked about her for a very, very long time.
So should we kick it off?
Let's go at her. Here we go. I'm very excited. Take it away.
Our guest today is Alyson Connolly. Welcome, Alyson.
Welcome, Alyson. Good to have you.
It's great to be here without my husband.
Yeah, we should say, though, when they say, well, who, when...
Who, what, where?
Mark
Connolly.
Mark Connolly.
Yes.
How long ago was that? That was a while ago.
It was a while ago we had him on.
So we had your husband, and then Jennifer goes, we need to have Alyson on because she's amazing.
Why,
And so
thank
here we are.
you.
So yeah.
Thank you
So
so
here you are.
much.
So welcome. Good to have you.
Great to be here.
All right, let's kick it off. Jennifer,
Okay.
you take it away.
I will. We'll kick it off like we always do.
Always
We need
do.
to find out a little bit about Alyson. So where did you grow up?
Winnipeg.
No.
Yeah, I grew up in Winnipeg.
The Windy City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Wow.
Actually, I'm going back there later because I still have girlfriends, one of whom I met in kindergarten.
Oh.
And every couple of years we go out and we go somewhere.
Right. So like
Yeah.
30 years ago, you
Yeah,
met her in kindergarten.
That's right.
Hey,
Yes,
huh?
that's
Thank
right.
you, thank you.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
yeah, no problem. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you've
So
stayed
really great.
friends all these years.
Stayed friends all those years.
And she
Yeah.
still lives in Winnipeg?
Yeah, 5. There's 5 of us.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's a girls' thing. You're going to
It's a
go and have a
girls-
girls' thing.
so normally
Does
we
Mark
would-
go along?
No.
He stays,
But
yeah.
although, gotta say, he was poo-pooing, because he's from Edmonton.
Right.
He
Yes.
was poo-pooing Winnipeg.
Right.
Until he went to Grand Beach. And it's beautiful.
heard of that.
Because I've been living in Alberta since 1980.
Right.
But the beaches, meh.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
but the
you're not
beaches
wrong.
Yes, I've
in
heard-
Manitoba
I've heard that's a pretty
are
incredible beach.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well,
So he-
wonderful
Yeah.
lakes
Yeah.
in Manitoba.
I heard,
Yes.
how many lakes do they have in Manitoba? Like thousands, right?
Thousands,
of lakes.
thousands. And
Have you been to
beaches.
them all? No. Anyway.
A lot of them.
The only thing I really know about Winnipeg is I remember one time I stood downtown. What's the church? The street?
Portage and Main.
Portage and Maine.
Yeah.
And it was so windy.
Yeah, it's
so
very windy. Yeah,
And
but it blows
even
the
my
mos-
hair moved, and that's hard because that's a lot of
But
gel.
it blows the mosquitoes away.
Yes, yes. Oh, we have those here.
Yeah.
We definitely
It
have
blows
those.
the mosquitoes away. So
Yeah.
yes, I'm from
Okay.
Winnipeg. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Tell us about growing up in Winnipeg.
It was great, and I was not into sports at all.
Right.
Which is kind of funny
I was
because
gonna
I've
say,
got
yeah,
a
you
husband
marry a guy
that's
who's
into-
like Mr. Sports, yeah.
Yeah, I actually tried out for the baseball team, and the coach said that I should be the water boy. So I went. So then I joined tap dancing. It was fantastic.
Oh,
yeah. So I did tap dancing. My mom tried to get me into brownies, and I'm like,
Brownies, I
she gave me
remember brownies.
I even got the uniform,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I heard tap dancing down the way because
Yeah.
I was in this little community league, and I'm like, I'm going there.
You did tap dancing?
So I did tap dancing, and then in grade 6, I auditioned for. They had a musical at school, Rip Van Winkle.
Rip. Oh.
And I got the part of
Yeah.
Rip.
Okay.
And I loved it. And one of my mom's friends that saw the show said, give that girl some acting lessons.
Wow.
So then I started in a company called Actors Showcase, which was an amateur
Right,
company.
right. Yeah, yeah.
And then in grade 8, I was asked I auditioned for the CTV musical, Magic Trumpet, and I got in. That's when I was smitten with acting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So, ha on the coach.
Yeah, ha
For the
ha.
ha
Ha
water boy. Ha on him.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. I took piano lessons, and I took 2 lessons, and on the second lesson, my piano teacher said, "Here's your money back." And so I
you kidding? Really?
No, that's the truth.
Oh, wow.
Ruth Rome, you know who you are. Oh, I shouldn't have mentioned that because I know her still. Anyway, she did. Anyway, but yeah, so I know
Yeah.
that feeling. Okay, so you went into acting.
So I went into acting, and I said to my mom in grade 9,
Yeah.
I think I want to be an actor. And she said, like, when I grow up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she
yeah,
said,
yeah.
with your good marks in school, couldn't you be a lawyer?
Right?
I'm like,
Acting, law.
So there was kind
That's
of
a mom
time.
thing
It
right
is
there.
apparent.
Yeah,
But
that's
there
a
was
mom
kind of a time where I thought, oh, maybe I should have gone through that path.
Yeah.
So then I auditioned at 18. So there was 2 really good theatre schools in Canada at that time.
Right.
National Theatre School
Yes.
in Montreal
Yeah.
and the U of A BFA.
Right.
And I
Okay.
got into U of A.
Yeah.
So off I went, and I took the train to go to Edmonton.
okay. Yeah.
with my trunk and everything.
What a journey.
Yeah.
That in itself could be a movie. But
It was
anyways,
quite
yeah,
a thing.
yeah.
Could
Could
be,
be,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so you came to U of A.
I came to U of A, and I did the 4 years.
Yeah.
And then after I graduated, what am I going to do? I got a job actually at Fort Mac. The city of Fort Mac was running a theater school for kids.
Really?
For the summer.
Yeah.
So I got a job there, teaching creative drama and
Right,
musical
right,
theater.
yeah.
But where am I going to stay? Well, if I'm in the play, I can stay at Keano College for free.
Oh.
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's so I
So
I
you
did
lived
that.
at the college.
I lived at the college.
Yeah.
And I at that point also I met my husband in Greece.
Yes.
Okay,
the
so wait, so you
the
were in
musical.
Fort Mac.
Remember?
Oh,
remember he told this story.
It threw me for a loop because
I know.
I was trying to.
I know.
I was trying to triangulate.
That's right.
Fort Mac, Greece, like
Yeah.
Edmonton,
Yes, that's
because
right.
He's from Edmonton.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
he
musical
was in Greece.
Yes, his first job was at CJOK.
Yes, remember this story?
You know the story.
Yes.
Of course, you have tons of other people that you listen to.
right.
So,
Yes.
so he played the sleazy DJ Vince Fontaine because they wanted to have that voice, that radio voice.
Okay, because I was going to ask, did he play the John Travolta part?
No.
No. Okay.
He was Vince Fontaine.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I played Sandy.
And you played Sandy.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And he was really cute because he would come from
really
rugby practice and he'd be wearing his,
Oh yeah.
And even though I wasn't a sports person, I'm
Okay,
like,
so
that guy's cute.
who pursued who?
Let's get the true story.
Yeah, let's
because
get
we
the
heard
true-
his
yeah, yeah.
version, so.
I kind of had a boyfriend
Oh.
at the time who was out in Ontario, and I couldn't phone him. This is 1984.
Yeah, no
There weren't
internet,
cell
no
nothing.
texting.
Apparently,
no,
he
yeah.
was with a woman I heard later in a cabin. Okay, so then,
But they were just friends.
They were just
okay,
friends.
yeah.
So Mark says to me, I think we could just be friends.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't last
That didn't-
very long. Anyway, and then I come back to Edmonton. I dump my boyfriend.
You dumped him.
And then I had this new boyfriend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just great. Okay.
Yeah. So then how long were you in Fort McMurray for?
I was so the whole summer. I think I started in June, and then end of August I left, and then I went back the next year as well and did the same thing.
But you came back to Edmonton or back to Winnipeg?
I came back. I went back to Edmonton because now I'm.
Because you had Mark.
Well, Mark was in Fort Mac.
Oh, he was there.
He was in Fort Mac
You left
working.
him there.
I left him there, but for only a few months. Because
Okay.
in December, he decided to move to Edmonton, and he got a job at, it was a country station.
CFCW? No.
Wherever West Montgomery was.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Radio
The only
station.
country station I know in Edmonton was CFCW.
Oh, I'm trying to think of
But
some.
there probably was a few more.
Yeah. So he got a job selling radio because he
okay.
did that in Fort Mac, and
Right,
he was
right.
he was a big wig there,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
got a lot of money. So then he worked there for he worked there for 3 months and
Yeah.
left because he couldn't handle it.
Oh.
Then he got a job in Red Deer.
Right.
Okay.
I remember
Right,
that.
and then
Yeah.
back to yeah.
Okay. So you were having a bit of a long
We were
distance
having a long-distance relationship.
Not that far, but long enough.
So I went.
Yeah.
So after Greece, I came back to Edmonton, worked as an actor, then went
Right.
back the next.
What did
summer.
you do in Edmonton?
I did a show I did Noises Off at the Citadel. The first Noises Off, not this last one.
Right. For those
this Noises
for those
Off
theater
was
people
in
who know.
1985.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Most
For the
of
theater
the
people who are in the know.
weren't born.
I have no idea.
No.
But
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Okay.
did a touring show with Chinook, who's it's no longer Chinook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I worked at Catalyst Theatre and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were still convinced that theater was going to be your life. This
yeah,
was it.
It was funny. So in 1985, when I got back,
Yeah.
I had a basement suite, so I was paying $300 a month.
$300.
I had a bus pass.
Yeah.
And that year I made $19,000 in acting, and I thought, I've made it.
You've
That.
made it. No
Well, what
kidding.
more when you have a basement suite at $300
And a bus pass.
Like that's
I
it.
know,
Like,
I
really?
know.
Seriously?
I
Like
know.
that's life. Eh?
That is
and
success
all the
right
all
there.
the young people listening are like, what?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seriously?
So
Like-
different.
Yeah.
So different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have aspirations of Hollywood? Or no? You were
No.
theater minded, not film minded?
Well, and I did do a show that the next fall called Wildcat, which was a pilot.
Okay.
And in actually near Red Deer.
Right.
But I just wanted to work, and so
Yeah.
I'd work
Anywhere.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Really?
It's
And
the
I
life
did-
of it's the life of theater.
And I did
Yeah.
a lot of commercials because at
Okay.
that time I wasn't union, so I wasn't ACTRA. The minute, and I did tons, like I did
Yeah,
CFRN, la la la, all these different
yeah,
commercials.
yeah. Okay.
I did one commercial for a company called Sofas and Beds. I made $150. That thing played. The dress that I wore was out of date, and it still played.
Still played.
And I only got $150.
Did you get residuals?
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
So, but when
Okay.
I
That
turned,
was it.
That
but
was
when I
it.
turned
Yeah.
ACTRA, I did one great. I did a Super Channel commercial actually.
Right, yeah.
I got a lot of money, and then crickets. Nobody wants to hire someone that's not that's actress. So,
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And Mark's in Red Deer.
And Mark's
This whole
in Red
time.
Deer.
Yeah.
Mark's in Red Deer. And then he's there for 6 months, and then he gets a job at K97.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're in the same place. Mm-hmm. So it's serious. It's getting serious.
I think it's serious. Well, I mean, come on. We dated for...
Did he not think
We
it was
dated
serious?
for 3 years
3
before
years?
he proposed.
Well,
So
what's
4
What
years.
was taking him?
Ask him.
Did he tell us this story? He never told us
Of
this.
course not.
No.
But
Because I
his
would
whole
have said,
thing
what's
is,
taking you?
his whole thing is, marry in haste, repent at leisure.
That doesn't even rhyme. That's
I
not,
know.
That's,
I
that's
know.
not even
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, marry in haste, repent at leisure.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 years you got married. Okay.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years by the time it
He
happened.
proposed.
By the time it-
And actually, I'm
4
25. So the eve that I turned 25, I
Yeah.
write in my journal, am I just a date for Mark's arm? And so then we go
This
to
is so good.
Then we go to a restaurant. It's gone now.
Yeah.
And he gives me a card on my birthday, and it says, "So you're feeling old, tired, and harried." He's written this, and he opened up. "Just forget it, honey. Let's get married."
Oh, Mark!
What a guy!
What a poet.
Come
I know.
on.
I know. So then he said, "Well, I didn't know what to buy you, so I thought I'd just give you a card." and
Oh,
a
I
card."
love it. That's great. Well, Mark, if you had in year one taken a few dollars each month and invested in a
That's
GIC,
right. That's right.
you could have had a pretty skookum ring.
I know. I said we could have paid off our mortgage
Yeah,
even
exactly.
faster if you would have proposed. Yeah.
Oh, that's great, though.
Yeah.
That's really nice. The restaurant's not here anymore. So
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
some,
go.
it is another. It's a different
Just a
restaurant.
different
Just
restaurant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go back on your
Can't-
anniversary.
No.
Yeah. No. Okay.
No.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, you
So
got
then,
married.
did you have aspirations of like teaching it all?
Yeah.
Well, I
What-
did actually. So what happened was, so then we get married. We have our one son,
Yeah.
Patrick, and I do a show for Theatre Network at the the old
Oh,
Rock.
okay,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
And it was just Patrick was 7 months old. I couldn't sleep. Like it was just Mark. We had one car. Mark borrowed his mother's car. He
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
he smashed her car.
Uh-oh.
It was just,
Uh-oh.
and I just thought, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Right.
To make
Right.
that time it was
Not a lot.
$300
Yeah,
a week.
Yeah.
So I started teaching at the Foote Theatre School in Citadel. So I did that
Okay.
for 17 years.
Really?
Yep. And then I had a company called Creative Dramatic Learning where I went into schools and did artists and residencies.
Really?
Yeah. And then I ended up being the drama facilitator at the Glenrose Rehab Hospital. So I taught a
Really?
lot. I did a lot. Yeah.
See, that's so awesome. See, my life was drama and theater in junior high, high school. Like,
Wow.
that was
I
my
can
life.
tell.
Yeah, I did it. And my drama teacher in high school at Rochelle.
Oh,
she
yeah.
went to U of A. She many years
Who was your
ago.
drama teacher?
Mrs. Whalen.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember Stampede Wrestling?
Ed Whalen.
Ed
Oh
Whalen?
my God.
Mrs.
wife.
Whalen
Every Saturday
was
morning I
Ed's
listen.
Ed's wife.
No way.
But they weren't, as she put it, they weren't together. She was like him. It was quite the thing. And so, but it really was quite the thing.
Wow.
And so, but she was great. She was the type of drama teacher. She was one of these. She had a big staff, and she would walk around the stage and pound it, not like that, like this. And,
Wow.
and she would train us that way. Yeah. So yeah, it was good. It was really
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I loved
Stampede
it. Yeah,
Wrestling.
it was
I
good.
loved her.
Okay, so now you have a son, young son.
Yeah.
You're teaching drama.
Yeah.
Mark's.
Doing his Olympics and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mark, since that time.
I love the,
Okay,
I
at
love
that
the way
time.
she says that.
He's
He's just
doing
doing his
so
Olympics.
So at that time.
Yeah.
So before, right? Was it? Yeah. So Mark was working at K97.
Yeah.
And then he got this part-time job at CBC, which I'm
Right.
sure he told you.
Yeah, yeah.
And
He did.
and K97 was just fine, and then all of a sudden they fired him without cause, and they
okay.
gave him severance. And I actually, after graduating, I had $15,000 in my bank because I got all these grants and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And remember, my rent was only $300.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
She's
right.
rolling in the
and
dough.
you had a bus pass.
Yeah.
And
So,
bus
yeah.
pass.
So you were getting around.
I marry a guy with a Visa card because I never had that, and a car. It's great.
That's it.
So we had Patrick and that, and then Mark's starting to get a lot of work doing his Olympics, and
Right.
I'm working part time,
Right.
and looking after the kids,
Right.
Because then we have another boy.
Okay.
And
So-
boys are like horses; they need to be run.
That's right.
It's constant. Constant.
It just keeps
And
going.
there's got to be somebody that's
Yeah.
helping.
Yes.
Yeah. So, And so all those years, I was the one that stayed home most of the
Right.
time. Yeah.
Right.
And he was out traveling.
And he just thinks he wasn't away that much, but he was.
He wasn't away.
He was.
He was away.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great story. He never told us any of this.
And then,
Yeah.
so I'm at the Glenrose, and I'm working with people.
Yeah, tell
Yeah,
us
tell
about
us about
this.
it.
I had no
Yeah, what
idea.
is that?
It was really cool. So they had hired a music therapist
Yes.
and an art therapist, and then me. And I would go into different units and do drama with them. But the one group was a stroke patients, and they were going to tell their stories, and they were going to perform it. And they called themselves the My Life Is Not a Tragedy Players.
Wow.
And these people were fantastic, and they're so positive.
Yeah.
But this one time, I just said, okay, I said, so we've got our script here.
Yeah.
So next week, can we just have it memorized? And one of the women says, Alyson, we're brain injured.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
memorize.
We don't memorize.
Okay, so we'll have fabulous folders.
Right.
So but the positivity of these people that have gone through so much and come out this side.
Do they still do that?
I don't know, because it was
that's-
on a grant.
Oh, okay, because that's
right.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And actually, because we do have listeners kind of all over the world,
Yeah.
maybe just tell us a little bit about the Glenrose and what that
Yes.
hospital
Yeah, that's a good
specializes
point.
in.
So
Yeah.
the Glenrose is a rehab
Right.
hospital in
Yeah.
Edmonton, and they work with. Well, they have a lot of stuff. They have, for me, I worked with rec therapists,
Right.
occupation therapists.
Yeah.
They have an Alzheimer's ward.
Right.
They have a children's. They have a school there, which was
Yes.
pretty amazing.
Really?
I worked with
Okay,
a lot of
I
those
didn't
kids.
know that.
Yeah, a lot of kids that have some kind of anxiety. Brain injury,
Okay, yeah.
and the teachers
Yeah.
are phenomenal.
So basically, brain injury, body injury, that kind of strokes, all of those kinds
and
of things.
they are the happiest people. Like
Yeah.
I remember when I got hired, and I said, "Man, I just love it here." And the woman who hired me said, "Where did you come from?" Well,
Right?
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope they still do that. If they don't, they should rethink that
Well,
and
it's-
see if they could do that.
It's all on a grant.
Yeah, I
it's
understand.
all on a grant, and so
I mean, if government's giving money to study, mosquitoes in a pond, they definitely should be, because this is.
I know it
this
was
is
so
fabulous.
great, and it actually started me thinking about how can I help people more,
Right.
And especially with some of the stroke people have aphasia,
Right.
And
Yes.
so
Right.
that means that their words can't come out as clearly,
Yes.
And so that's when at 50 I went back to get a master's in Theatre Voice Pedagogy.
Did you really?
Really?
Yeah.
U of A?
Yeah, and Theatre
Okay.
Voice Pedagogy is the teaching of voice. And I went back to the drama department after 28 years
Yeah.
of being out. And there were 2 profs that were still there.
Really?
And luckily they were the good ones.
Wow.
But,
Yeah, you don't want the bad ones
You don't want the
still
bad
there.
See,
ones.
that's incredible.
no.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And
That
how
was
how was it? Because going back to school
Going
at
back
50.
to school. How was
Okay,
that?
so the first semester I thought I was having a stroke.
Yeah.
And I remember I
Yeah.
come home from the university. I'd had lunch and dinner there. I have my knapsack. It's full of my computer. And
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
frozen shoulder.
Yeah.
So I've been to the physio. And I come in and I come in the door and I said, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
And Mark's standing there. And our son Patrick, who's home from university, says, "Mother, if you thought you knew everything before you went to university, why did you go back?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. It was really hard because they accepted 2 people, me and a 28-year-old.
Wow.
Through the whole, I know.
Really?
It was pretty amazing.
This is incredible.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of instruction, but I was kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Critical thinking?
That's so cool, though.
Yeah.
Only 2 people
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
I
In
love
that program for
Wow.
2 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you graduated with a master's.
Well, so most of the vocal pedagogues, as they call us,
Vocal
for our-
pedagogue.
pedagogues.
I like that.
Say that 10 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
They would, for their thesis, would coach a play and write about it. But I didn't want to be in drama anymore. I
Yeah.
wanted to be in business. How am I going to get in business?
Yeah, yeah.
So our younger son, Jack, was a really good trumpet player. and he was asked to play the last post at the Remembrance Day service
Right,
at school.
right.
And on that day, he comes upstairs. He goes, Mom, I can't breathe. I'm just no good. They'll have to tape it. They'll have to do something else. Well, first of all, it was at Vic, which is a performing arts
Yes.
school.
Right,
yeah.
They're not going to tape
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no, yeah.
But I get him to lie down and breathe. Because when you breathe deeply,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
that calms you down,
Yeah, yeah.
activates
Absolutely.
your parasympathetic.
I remember those exercises. Yeah, I remember them.
And
yeah.
I said to him, you know, Jack, out of all the trumpet players in the band, they picked you.
Yeah.
So I think you're pretty good.
Yeah.
So he went off and did it, and I thought, geez, I know sometimes I got anxious as an actor. I wonder if other people are. So I
Yeah.
Googled it. And people would rather die than speak in public.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
This is the truth.
They'd
That-
rather be.
That's right.
They'd rather be in the casket than say the eulogy.
That's right.
Right.
They
Yeah.
say this is the number one fear.
I know.
That
Yeah.
people, number one.
Yeah.
Not spiders, snakes, iguanas,
Dying.
Dying.
It's public speaking.
It's
No.
public
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
So it was fantastic. So then I got out and I worked with people who are anxious.
Right.
I work with people whose accent.
So what kind of people? Like,
Okay.
So yeah,
for
tell
now,
us who your clients were.
I've got.
Did you start a company, a business?
Yeah, I started it right away.
Okay.
And I got it.
What was it called?
It was just Alyson Connolly because John Stanton, who owns the
running
room,
room, yes.
he said, don't be speak easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you don't want speak
'Cause-
easy.
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, no.
But don't just have your name, AlysonConnolly.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So even then I work with CEOs.
Right.
I work with like I had a client who was an IT person and he was asked to do a presentation.
Oh, yeah.
And he thought he did really well.
Yeah.
And then the supervisor goes, you did okay, but I'm going to add some stuff.
Right.
So then even when he was gone from the company, he still had this anxiety.
Sure.
Because you're
Yeah.
thinking you're going to get caught.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
So
Yes.
I work with those people. I work with
Okay.
interview prep. I work with people whose accent impedes their clarity.
Oh.
Because everybody has an accent.
Yes.
But we just need to be clear.
Right.
We don't want to all sound the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was my drama teacher's biggest thing with her staff. You aren't pronunciating. You aren't and we would spend whole classes just doing pronunciation
Right.
exercises.
Bobby Butler. But
Yeah. And I that was a long time ago. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm very good at it anymore. but yeah, that's what we did. And so this is incredible. So how people would just come to you and say, "Can you help me do it? Can you
yes,
teach me?"
and it's kind of interesting because they'll come and they'll say, I need work on this.
Yeah.
On my content, let's say.
Right.
And then you find out that they're anxious because something has happened in their past.
Yeah.
It could be a childhood thing.
Yeah.
Like I've had a lot of people, someone in their family has said something to them.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
like be quiet.
Yeah.
Don't open
Right.
up your mouth.
That's right.
All of these things. So I didn't realize when I went back that it would be psychological.
Right.
I thought I'd be working on articulation
Sure,
and
yeah.
breathing. That's true.
But you're right. One person can say one thing and it can affect us.
Yes.
As we probably have all experienced.
Yes.
That's
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like even with me being the water boy.
Right.
Right. But now all you say is na 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 na
Yeah,
on
that's
that
right.
coach. Who's na na on you.
Buddy.
So I'll tell you so we've told everybody, most people know that I was a pastor for 30 years and I spoke all around the world. So when I went to college, we took a course in college called homiletics. And homiletics is the art of preaching. It's preaching.
The homily.
Right.
Yes.
And my homiletics teacher, I won't mention his name. I think he's still alive. I doubt it. He could be
Better be
with
careful
Jesus.
there.
I think he's with Jesus. But
okay.
anyway, so I had to speak.
Yeah.
We had to preach in class one day. And I did. And he pulled me aside after and he said, Cam, he goes, I love you. You're awesome, but you're never going to make it.
Wow.
That's what he told me. And so, long and short of that story is I've traveled all over the world and spoken all over the world
Yeah.
to many things. I'm probably not the greatest speaker, but that's what I did. And so it's like na 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 na.
Right. Yeah, you put
I
him
love
in,
those moments,
Nah,
don't
I
you?
don't- it's like na
you
na
put
na
him
na.
in the corner and you tell
Yeah,
him
that's
off.
right.
Yeah.
Brother,
In a nice
I won't
way.
say your name. Na 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 na.
Yeah.
He was a
Wow.
so yeah. And I do remember at one point they had brought me back to here to speak at an event, and he did come up to me and he said, "Boy, you've gotten much better." And
Praise
you
me.
put me down, way down there. Like, okay, but so I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
People, it's that one thing.
Yeah.
And you can either let it go after you or.
But sometimes don't you think that people don't even realize that that's what it is?
Yeah.
That's holding them back.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
very true.
Yeah.
And so
Gotta
during a
figure it out.
session that we'll find that out.
Oh.
And a lot of people disclose a lot of stuff to me.
I bet they do.
And it's
Yeah.
like, wow. But yes, they don't. They're
So then
just
you have
here-
to work through that.
That's right. They're just here to get their presentation.
Right,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But you have to work through that with
Help
them
them
to
out.
get to that.
And that's what's most enjoyable and,
Yeah.
and rewarding for me
That's
to help
incredible.
them. Yeah.
That is really
it's been
something.
a fantastic
Man, oh man.
fantastic experience. I've been so lucky, but
Yeah.
honest, going back to school was so hard.
I
so
can't
hard.
couldn't do it
can't
anymore.
no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I could.
I know I
My
couldn't.
daughter talking about going back to school, I'm like, all the best to you, because I
Yeah.
don't think I
Yeah.
could. Like, that's crazy. It's
Then-
changed.
Yeah, but then so I got out 2014. In
Yeah.
2017, I was asked to write this dummies book.
Let's talk
That-
about
okay.
the book.
Yeah,
I
you
have it
brought us
right
a
in front of
copy.
me, and I'm so excited.
Okay.
Public speaking for dummies.
Right, like you've probably all been to the bookstore, all our listeners, and they have a whole section on everything for dummies.
Yeah.
But this is public
I
speaking skills
love
for
this.
dummies.
Yes.
This is amazing.
I know.
And you wrote this.
Yeah, and so what happened was I was at a meeting and for a board that I was on, and
Yeah.
I had lunch. I had a sandwich.
A lunch.
Bear with me. So then I come home and I've got this pain in my chest, and I say to Mark, I think I'm having a heart attack. So this is 2017, and he says he's lying on the couch, and he goes, because he.
Ben.
Because he's just lying
He
on
was
the couch.
very
And
concerned.
he goes,
Just
just
pizza.
hold off. It'll probably subside. And I say, no, I'm going to be one of those women that die, and you're going to be so upset when I'm dead. So at 2017, that time,
Yeah.
you could go into, I went
Yeah,
into the hospital,
yeah,
I got in
yeah,
right
yeah,
away,
yeah.
because they think I'm having a heart attack.
Right, yeah.
So I'm on the gurney, and they've got me all, and I've got nothing to do, so I'm scrolling my phone. And
It is a long. I know.
and it's the header says, "Allow me to introduce myself."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, I could purge this, but I got nothing to do. Let's see.
Yeah.
So it's a woman from New Jersey. She's a administrator for
Yeah.
that. And would I like to write a public skills book for dummies? So I think because I'm not breathing that well, because I think I'm having this heart attack.
You're not breathing from your diaphragm.
Right,
Oh.
I'm not thinking,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm hyperventilating. So I give the phone to Mark. I said, "What's this?" He goes, "Oh yeah, that's it." Okay, so 12 hours later,
Yes.
overnight, it was an esophageal spasm. The sandwich that I had, the bread went down the wrong way.
Yeah.
So he
wasn't a heart attack.
It wasn't a heart attack. So Mark said, "See."
Oh no! See,
But no, I would have been in pain. It was
Right.
painful. Yeah. So
You should have just faked it. No, it was a heart
It
attack.
was.
I was dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you figured
that
out.
started it off. So
Yeah.
they wanted information on, they needed social media, all my social media. They needed to know what I did.
Yeah.
And I said, so when I phoned her, I said, "Can I ask you, why me?" And Mark is behind me, or looking at me, going, "Why not you?"
Yes.
Like,
Right.
okay.
Yes.
So the big thing was, I'm a bit older, so I've had a life of a bunch of other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it took 10 months to do
Really?
it. Yeah, it was hard.
Like, these are famous. Like, these
Yeah.
are everywhere.
Everywhere.
I know.
Everywhere.
And there, look at the thickness of this book.
I know.
We'll take a picture.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
And
that's a lot of
That's
content.
a lot of content.
bookstores and libraries have whole sections
I know.
of just these books.
I've been
I
there
know.
multiple times to look through these
Well,
books.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime but this is amazing. I wish I had something better than my homiletics to you. I shouldn't say that. People know him. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
It's quite amazing. And one time I got this Instagram post from a translator from Iran.
Oh.
And he wanted to know, because he was translating that.
Yeah, yeah.
But he could only do it via Instagram, and it would start with him saying, "Hello," or "Good afternoon, Alyson," and he'd say things like, excuse me, but what? Because I talk about being a nerd at some. I mean, it's quite.
Yeah,
I got some funny.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
What is a nerd?
What is a nerd?
Okay. What is a community league? Like
Oh,
all of
I
those
guess,
things,
They
right?
wouldn't
They
know.
wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
they wouldn't- they
I
wouldn't
guess
know
he
that.
couldn't Google that.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many languages has this been? Probably
I don't know.
hundreds, eh?
Yeah.
Probably hundreds.
I don't know.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
you
an
we'll put a
accomplishment.
picture of it. up
Oh,
on our-
absolutely we
because
will.
people got to go get
I know.
this.
But you
get that.
can split it in half.
So
or give it away.
No, we're keeping this.
We'll put because
No.
it'll go into the Coffee in the Park museum.
That's right.
We have a
Excellent.
museum.
Oh, great.
Well, we haven't broke ground yet, but we're going to break ground soon.
Next
and we're-
week.
we-
No.
Yay!
We're gonna have our own. We talked.
I know.
We're gonna have our own because people
right.
do bring us stuff.
Oh, good.
And it's like,
You get stuff.
But when they bring us food, we don't keep it. We eat
Listen,
it. But this
yeah,
we keep.
we can put it on the basement floor of the condo building we're building here in beautiful
That's right.
downtown
That's
Addison.
right. On the
Yeah,
condos we're building
right,
here in beautiful downtown
right.
Addison.
Excellent. Good.
But yeah, so this is okay. So you've written a book now.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for what, 17 years? How long?
Yeah.
now?
So 2012, I really started it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
That's
yeah. And it's
incredible.
I'm just so
Where?
lucky.
Tell us, where have you gone with this? Where have you traveled? Have you been?
Well, I do work in Winnipeg because I go there and I claim everything.
Yeah.
I claim everything. And
Because your
visit my
friends live
family
there.
and friends.
You're going there because
So-
your friends live there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do a lot of work with ATB right now, actually.
Do you really?
Yes. And
Okay.
so what happened was many years ago, I got a phone call from this guy, Chris Turchansky. I'm like, he's
Yeah.
a wealth management. So I worked with him for quite a long. Now he's the CEO. And
okay,
but
okay.
but also what happened was they have a whole learning center there.
Yeah.
And the gap was public speaking, and
Right.
you're speaking publicly anytime you're not talking to
Right.
yourself.
That's right.
So
That
whether it be
is
a
true.
client,
It is true, yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah.
So I do a lot. So I go to Calgary a lot, which is great because I visit one of our sons
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
taking in university for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And I bring baking and that. And
I bring
so
baking.
I work with the, and I do, and I offer a bunch of workshops. So
Right.
one is your powerful public speaking workshop, then you're polishing your presentation,
Yeah.
then it's telling your story, like all these different things. And then I work with people like IT people.
Right.
A lot of people are introverts.
Yes.
So you have to
Oh my
help
gosh,
them.
yes.
Yes, and
come
we
out.
won't name but IT is one.
Yeah, yeah.
Accountants.
Yeah.
Well, I named them.
A lot
I
of
named them. I
CEOs
shouldn't have
are
named
a
them.
You
lot.
didn't name names.
I didn't name
you just
names.
named
I just named a
professions.
profession. But they
Yes.
are. Accountants are.
Well-
But this is so cool because how many of us, well, we all have, sat in a presentation or something, and you know the person's dying up there.
it's
You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
they're just
yeah.
dying. And they're dying. So what happens? You start dying for them dying.
know.
Yeah,
Like,
because
right?
you're mimicking what
Yes,
they
You are.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so now it's just, and you're thinking, oh, before you did this, somebody could have just sat down with
Just
you.
helped you.
I know.
So this is really important.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is key.
I know. One time I was at it was called the Ignite Festival many years ago, and
Yeah.
there was a woman there she was the CEO of her company, and she made mayonnaise out of
Yes.
chickpeas. Really good idea.
Mayonnaise and
Mayonnaise out of
chickpeas.
chickpeas.
Oh,
she
okay,
comes
okay,
on.
yeah.
First of all, we hear her because she's tapping her lap, going. Is this on? Yeah. Yep. We hear ya. We hear ya.
Yeah.
And then she comes on. She's pacing back and forth, which I say, walk
Right.
with purpose.
Yes.
Right.
Walk with purpose.
That's right.
And then her slides don't work, and then she starts crying.
Well, she's
And-
thrown off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know your story.
Yeah.
So just tell it.
Tell your story.
We don't need all those PowerPoints.
Hence
Yes. Hence.
our podcast, the story behind.
And
just tell
everybody,
your story, the
we
story
talked about
behind the
this.
story.
Everybody has a story.
Everybody has a
Exactly.
story.
Everybody has a story, and they're interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're interesting. But we think that we don't. Like I was talking to you about interview prep.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because a lot of parents pay for my sessions
Sure.
because a lot
course.
of the kids, students,
Yeah.
have bombed their interview
Yes.
last year
Yeah.
Yes.
or the years before. So they're helping, and it's about the communication.
Yeah.
So I had one client who was trying for med school, and I said, so what do you do, like her marks are really high, great. So what do you do when you're
Yeah.
not working?
Right.
Well, or what's part of your job? Well, I drive a semi-truck.
Yeah.
I semi-drunk. And she's a beautiful little person.
Yeah.
And I just said, that's your story.
That's your
Great story.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great story.
So one time I had a firefighter. He had been a volunteer firefighter and he wanted to get into
To be a
fire.
full-time.
And I said, so what? Well, I went up north and I fought some fires and I lived in an Indigenous community. Okay,
There's
that's
your
your
What a
story.
story, yeah.
Yeah, because they want to know you, the human being,
Yeah.
not just your marks.
This is
Right.
fabulous. And folks, take heed to this because we've all been sitting there. There's either sometimes in a speech, a public presentation, there's a lot of ums,
Yep.
ahs, you're right, people will pace, all of these kinds of things, but not just on a stage. Even, like you say, when they're in an interview or when they're in a boardroom and they have to make a presentation.
Exactly. Or on Zoom.
On Zoom.
I work with people
Yeah.
in all over the world, Sweden,
Yeah.
London. I just have to make sure I know
Yeah.
the time change.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes
yeah.
it's really
That's
early
right.
or really late.
Why are you in your pajamas? Yeah.
Well, as Mark would say, business on the top, party on the bottom.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I know.
That's right. We all did that. Yep.
But it's that thing of where do you look into the camera?
Yeah.
Where
Yes.
if you're looking down
Focus,
at that
look into
person,
their
it doesn't.
eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
all of that.
just all of those things that
Yeah.
really make a difference.
I love this.
I wish that this
We
would be taught in schools.
yes.
Starting
More than just drama class.
No,
Yes.
more
Because
than
not
drama
everybody
class.
takes
Take
drama
drama.
class.
It's
Yeah.
an option.
Right.
Right.
Not everybody takes
But it's
drama.
actually part
This
of the curriculum.
is a life
This is
skill.
a
It is a
life
life
It's
skill.
a life skill.
And I'm actually finding with people who are new to their business, let's say they're a little younger,
Yes.
Yeah.
having a really hard time because they're on their phones all the time.
Right.
They don't know
And
how to
they're-
communicate.
They don't know how to
in
communicate.
person.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
what they say.
It's
This
true.
generation coming up will be the most non-communicative generation because they're glued
they
to
don't
that.
have to be.
They don't have to verbalize and talk.
So Mark and I are doing a workshop on the art of connecting. Like, how do you connect?
How do
you know,
Exactly.
Just
Put your phone away.
yeah,
put your phone
away.
down. Yeah.
Look at, like you
This is
said,
so
look at
key.
someone in the eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, ask them about them. And it's the whole thing. One of my clients said to me one time, if you're interested, you'll be interesting.
That's right.
And I thought, wow, I'm quoting you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
That's very
that's
good.
really
Here's
good.
what worries me, to be totally honest, with this whole AI revolution thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against no emails
Yeah.
or texts. It's got its place, everybody.
Yeah.
I do use it. Relax. But it's taking us away from learning
Those important
arts
skills.
and skills
Yes.
of not only individuality, but being able to express ourselves and have communication.
Yes.
And talk.
Yeah, and when I meet a new client, I always tell them to bring in 2 minutes of a presentation.
Yes.
And I'll say it could be work related.
Yeah.
And a lot of, probably 7 out of 10 times it's AI. Okay, fine. AI is not going away.
No, it's not going
but
away.
the
No,
next
no.
time you come
Yeah.
back, make it in your own
Yes,
words.
that's right.
Use your own words.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which I can tell you at my age, I try to avoid actually using AI to write letters or
Anything.
memos because I liked doing that before. And
Yeah.
I thought I had a little bit of a skill in it. Why do I want to surrender to that? But they're teaching kids nowadays, just use AI.
Yes.
Don't use your skills. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't. And that really bothers me.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
the whole
great. I love it.
world needs to know about you.
Well,
Everybody.
One client at a time.
One client at a time.
I'm thinking out here, even in beautiful downtown
Yes.
Atchison, Cam,
We
we
need
need to do something.
We'll figure it out.
I
A
know.
nice creative way
I know.
to present that Alicia can come and just like this would be,
Alyson, yeah.
or Alyson can come and just do this.
Yeah.
Because, and the other thing is people, I know they want it. They just don't know how or how can I do it? How can somebody help me?
Yes.
I know they do.
And I make, when I do a workshop, people come in and they're usually stressed.
Yes,
Because I think,
yeah.
Oh, of course,
I gotta
they're
do this.
tense.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I make it a lot of fun.
Well, we
and
can
enjoy
tell.
it.
Maybe we do it here at the Wall Coffee
I know.
Room.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
this be a great
And
spot?
we have a little
I
coffee.
agree.
So
Have a
everyone
little
gets
coffee.
kind of hyped up, and
That's
then
right.
away we go.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, I love this. I just love this. This is
know.
incredible.
I know.
This is amazing.
I know.
So, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take this offline because there's a lot to
Yeah,
this.
we'll talk offline for sure. Yeah.
I know.
I know you all want us to stay online and talk about it, but we got it. We're already at 45 minutes.
I know. Wow. But
Unbelievable.
we have a final question that we ask all of our
Everybody. We asked
guests.
Jonathan
Yes.
this question.
We should have written down his
We
answer.
should've-
To
well,
see.
yeah, we'll have to
No,
go back
We'll
and
have
hear
to
his
go back.
answer, yeah.
Alyson, what is the best piece of advice you have been given, either personally or professionally, that you still carry with you to this day?
Personally or professionally? Well, there's a lot, but I think it's to be myself.
Yeah.
I think what happens is sometimes we close down
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
situations, and we don't want to speak, and to speak out.
Yeah.
And and to own the room. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Own the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just on that little segue, Amy Cuddy was a social psychologist, and she talks about the high power pose.
Yes.
Yes, if you Google her.
Yes.
She's got
Okay.
a 17-minute
Yeah, yeah.
presentation
Yeah.
on people in the high pose and people in the low pose, and
Yes,
what
yes.
happens
What
to
it does to you.
to your
Yes.
cortisol and
Right.
stuff. So owning the room is my big thing.
I love
Yeah.
that.
This is good. You got to get a T-shirt. Own the room.
Yeah.
Like this.
Wouldn't that be great?
Okay, let's go into business. Here we go. We're going into merch business.
That's
Own
great.
the room.
That'd be
This would
great.
be the best. This is. I love this kind of stuff. We could go on forever because this is just so great. You do such an amazing thing, and again, I know for a fact there are people listening who say
I can't do this.
I can't do this,
No.
but I want somebody like her to teach me how to do this.
And they can, and I've helped
will.
everybody. I've helped
and it's
Yeah.
it's why people will come to things where you can teach them.
Yes.
And so we'll figure that
We'll
out.
figure that
offline,
out. Absolutely.
And then maybe announce that. But this is incredible. This is true, folks. This is unbelievable. Listen, you got to tell everybody about this podcast. Everybody, because everybody in some way, somehow, it's a little bit of fear doing something. I'm going to share something. And you and I talk about this because I'm pretty open about it. People like I have in my life done a ton of public speaking, but I have crowd anxiety. So I would much rather be on a stage speaking than be in the crowd. I have crowd anxiety. So there are people who deal with all of these aspects of, maybe they can stand up there, but then when they come off the stage, So, and I've had to work through that. So it's pretty cool. So this kind of stuff to me
It's so important.
It's so
And
important.
it is a life skill. It
Yes.
really is.
It's a
It
life
really
skill,
is.
and a lot of my clients have come because they were too scared
Yes.
to go up that ladder.
Yes.
Right.
They are the ones that have to speak.
So
Yes.
listen, public school people who are listening to this, you get people who create public
Curriculum,
school
the Alberta government.
Call Alyson Connolly and get this into the school.
I agree.
Like seriously.
No, I know.
If you're listening, if you're a teacher right now who's on a sabbatical, whatever they call your summer thing, and you're just sitting on the beach listening to this right now, phone your superintendent and say, Alyson Connolly needs to do a course, public school course in our school.
I agree.
On this. We're going to push for that. We're going to advocate. Anyway, I think that's really cool. This has been so cool. If you've been listening to us, listen, you got to tell people about this. This is amazing. Get the book, Public Speaking
It's how they
for
can make a
Dummies.
friend, Cam.
This is how, listen, so you got to tell everybody about the podcast. Your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your enemies. If you don't have any friends, go
up the
buy
book.
this book. Go to a bar, sit down with it, nudge the person next to you, say, have you ever heard of this book?
Exactly.
Have you ever heard of Alyson Connolly? Now you'll have a friend, and we'll have more listeners to the podcast. It will be amazing. So you got to tell everybody about it. Wherever you get your podcasts, all the platforms. We're on all the platforms.
Yes, we are.
Or at
www.coffeeinthepark. Do you know it?
No,
Are you going to say com or CA?
CA, com.
Com, you got it. You
Yes.
got it. And follow us on Instagram at Coffee in the Park.
Our
with
Instagram
Jennifer
has
and Cam.
perked up.
Okay.
It's-
I like that
Do you
word.
like that word?
I do.
We got better. We were at the Bird Lady last. Have we put those out yet?
That's coming
Oh,
today.
that's coming. The Bird
Wow.
Lady's
Yeah.
coming today. Oh, you're gonna be so excited. We're having the Bird Lady back on for part
Part
two
two.
because we learned things about
Alana. Yeah.
and the birds.
Yeah,
What
we'll
was
save.
that?
No, we'll
Oh,
save
we're
it.
saving.
We're saving
I want to
that.
say it so
don't,
bad, but
don't.
I'm not allowed. Anyway, so thank you. This has
Yes,
been amazing.
thank you.
Listen,
You
everybody,
two are wonderful.
if you don't have anything to do for supper tonight, head over to Wingsnob.
Yes.
www.wingsnob.ca.
CA.
See, this is where
I know
throws me
it
right
throws you off
I
every
know,
time.
it's totally
No,
terrible.
but we have to have before we completely wrap up.
Yeah.
Allison, where can people
Oh,
find
yes,
you?
that's right.
My website is AlysonConnolly.com.
Okay, I'm going to spell Alyson because I thought it was Allison.
No.
A-L,
One L.
One L.
Yeah.
A-L-Y.
S-O-N.
S-O-N.
Yes.
Connolly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the Connolly part, Google Olympics.
Well,
And no,
also,
just kidding.
I'm up there on the
You're
Google
way up there on
thing.
the
She
Google,
is on the SEO.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's good.
Have
public
you
speaking,
surpassed
coaching.
Mark on the Google?
Ba-ba.
Ta-da!
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark, you're done. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Miss one Olympics and you're out, buddy. No,
That's
just
right,
totally
that's right.
kidding. I love you, Mark. Just so you know, I love you. You were awesome. It's like, who is that guy? I hate that guy. Anyways, yeah. So Alyson Connolly, check it out. If you own a business, check it out because this is somebody you want to bring in to your business.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, we're going to talk offline about getting something in
This has
beautiful
been so
downtown
cool.
Atchison.
Thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate you. You're amazing. All our listeners. We're getting more of them and more of them and more of them. And this was episode number 114.
114.
Wow.
Can I just say before we close, I was
Yeah.
I was at an event this week, and they were showing a video about these guys. Okay, I'll just total transparency. I went to Nate Bargatze, the comedian, and they were showing a video before Nate came out of all the podcasts that Nate is involved in and stuff like that. And the lady behind me, she makes this comment, kind of in this way, and I don't know her name, and I don't know her. She's probably not. Well, actually, now she probably is listening.
Yeah, so-
After she does it, she goes, everybody does podcasts. And I heard her, and I turned to her and I said, I do a podcast. She goes, no way. I said, yeah, I do. She goes, what's it called? I told her, Coffee in the Park with Jen and Cam. On her phone right there, she's with a whole bunch of friends, and they're all, is it true? Is it true? And she's showing them, yes, they did a podcast. They do a podcast. And so anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'm just saying. I don't know why I told you that story. Anyway, love you guys, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you next
later.
week, everyone.
Bye.